This is just the beginning. But every journey, the longest journey, starts with the first step. And this is the first step. And I've come out of retirement to tell you that I am part of this first step. And I will be out of retirement until the journey's end. Thank you very much for your attention. Yes, you heard it from the retired that has come out of retirement and he's still tired. I am also supposed to be retired. I have gotten tired. I have gotten tired with Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. So I have to come out from retirement as tired as I am to say to Roosevelt Skerrit that you must leave the leadership of our government and go because you have deceived us. You have disappointed us. You have used our money discriminating.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Donald Newgate, for this prayer. And yes, indeed, we need to break the spells. We need to break whatever it is that is evil among us. We are a God-fearing people in a God-fearing land. And evil cannot succeed over us. At this time, it pleases me to bring this Senator Baptist of the Classicus constituency to address us. Senator Baptist.
Patriots! Are you going to take them out? Roosevelt Skerrit must go. This cabinet must go. And we will take back our country. Ladies and gentlemen, this Labour Party administration and their supporters would like to make us believe because they have a majority of seats in the parliament that gives them the right to run this country. I say no. That is not only the qualification requirement to run this country. You must be transparent. You must respect the Constitution. You must be accountable to the people. And this administration has failed us miserably. And this is why we are saying they must go. They shall go, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Roosevelt Skerrit as Prime Minister and Minister of Finance has failed this country miserably. The economy is in shambles. He told us one time it was Petrocarib. He told us it was Alba. He told us it was Geothermal. He told us it was Nitrogen. Now he tells us his passport alone he can sell. This is incompetence. This is mismanagement. And therefore Roosevelt Skerrit must go. Ladies and gentlemen, Roosevelt Skerrit has marginalized all our state institutions. He has turned those institutions under his control. He has taken the welfare division and he has turned it into red clinic. He has taken over all the village councils and therefore Roosevelt Skerrit must go. Ladies and gentlemen, there is lack of transparency and accountability. When was the last time of the many trips that Roosevelt Skerrit made overseas, he came back to report to we the people? He tells us nothing. In fact, he embarrasses us. He insults us. He's arrogant. And a leader like this, he must go. He must go. He must see to it, ladies and gentlemen, that he goes, ladies and gentlemen. Roosevelt Skerrit, as Prime Minister, as Minister of Finance, has made sure he controls and disrespects Parliament, ladies and gentlemen. For example, we have a Procurement Act, which requires that public sector projects be tendered so people, Dominicans can bid. What did he do? He disregards that. You know the $18 million big project? Dominicans have no chance to bid on it, ladies and gentlemen. And right now, the people have made so much money. Can you imagine this? An $18 million project will be completed less than 1 year. Where has the money gone? I submit to you that the money went to finance part of the Labour Party campaign. That is what, ladies and gentlemen. So they are pocketing some of the money, and that they're telling us they're giving contracts out, ladies and gentlemen. For this reason, Roosevelt's carrot must go, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we see that this Labour Party, Roosevelt's carrot, has failed to investigate corruption in the public sector, ladies and gentlemen. He has failed to investigate. He told us there is racketeering taking place in Labour Division. And instead of asking the police to investigate, you tell them to fix it. Why are you fixing it? It's because your people are involved. That's the question. And as such, when you're a leader of a country, is supporting corruption in the public service, that leader must go. Roosevelt's carrot must go. Ladies and gentlemen, we see the mismanagement of the Citizen Investment Program, ladies and gentlemen. All we are hearing now, because of the Panama Papers, millions of dollars coming all over the place. It's million upon million. Where the million was all the time? Where was it hiding? Was it in Panama? It was in Morocco? Was it in Malaysia? Why all of a sudden it's there, ladies and gentlemen? And when you look at the figures, every time there is general election, the amount coming from the CBI program was done by about 20 million or more. I'm saying, is that money being used? Is it being used for campaigns of the Labour Party? And it is misuse of public funds. And as such, we are saying, Roosevelt's carrot must go. The abuse of our passports, our diplomatic passports, ladies and gentlemen. He has embarrassed us. He has been associated with a lot of criminals overseas. Do you remember a fellow they called Ambrose George? Ambrose George was Minister of Finance. Ambrose George was caught in the company of one Dominican. And this man was Astafan insisting that he must be fired. Julian Chivo, you remember that? Julian Chivo was jailed for money laundering. So this show, Roosevelt's carrot is the company of all international criminals, and nobody asking for him to go. To the Astafans. How come it was okay for Ambrose George to go? Because he knew. Skerrit knew. Skerrit started. Skerrit knew. So Skerrit must go. Skerrit must go, ladies and gentlemen. The case is strong. The case is strong against him. We are not asking for him to go because we want power. No. We are asking for the crown of a country. We are asking for the liberation of a country. And I'm saying, Roosevelt's carrot is not the moral authority to run Dominica anymore, ladies and gentlemen. And in association, this cabinet must go because they must take collective responsibility for what is happening to Dominica today, ladies and gentlemen. There are 50 of them elected. If one man Roosevelt's carrot is misbehaving, is doing that in the world, it is your responsibility to tell him stop it. Otherwise, we shall resign. I am telling you, many of them, such as Johnson, Dryden, and others in there, these guys are politically innocent of what's happening. They are innocent. But the others there, they know themselves. And we are saying, they must go. And we must eventually go. And this is the start of it. Don't give up. We know it's not going to happen in one time. The international community is the first. And so let us say, Roosevelt's carrot and Labour Party must go. Roosevelt's carrot and Labour Party must go. They must go. They shall go. And they will go. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Senator Backley. Michael Mastafari to say some words to us.
Good afternoon, all of the Dominicans. I want to here and overseas. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a serious problem in Dominica. And that problem is the mismanagement of the resources of the people of Dominica and the abuses perpetrated against our diplomatic passport by Roosevelt Skerrit. I know for those persons who do not know, but we must ask the good Lord to bless him and preserve him, because what he has done is sacrilege in terms of the sale of the patrimony of the people of Dominica. Ladies and gentlemen, at every turn, they're looking for the proof for the sale of the passport. Do we have proof that Roosevelt Skerrit sold the passport? Ladies and gentlemen, we are here today because in 2004, if we had stopped Roosevelt Skerrit after he had sold Susan Orleans passport, we would be here today. And we have to stand firm and we have to stand strong. Because my namesake, Senior Commissioner, told me after that. Keep saying, raise the proof, raise the proof. But Tony has no moral authority to talk about whether or not the due diligence is about God. He has no moral authority to defend the handling of the economic citizenship or the diplomatic passport, because Tony Rastafan was involved in the money laundering. And I say so because he was distributing the proceeds of the sale of Susan Orleans passport in Centeroma. He was told so and he has yet to comment on it. So if anybody has to talk about it, it's not Tony Rastafan. He has no moral authority to speak on that. And as a result of three gentlemen in Dominica, we have to really wonder what legal advice they were giving to Roosevelt Skerrit. Because their names are written in the evasion of the sanctions against Iran. And I speak to Senior Counsel Ali Curran and Lennox Barra. This is a serious indictment on this gentleman. Ladies and gentlemen, at every turn, Roosevelt Skerrit seeks to change the name of buildings and roads in Dominica. We have the Baroness Cochran School in Baker. We have other institutions, the airport, Melbourne, he came to Governor's Child. But the question I have for Roosevelt Skerrit and the Labour Party, which mountain in Dominica are they going to call Mount Farad? Because yes, well, let me tell you something. If you travel to Europe today or tomorrow on British Airways and you look at the magazine, Dominica not advertising nature islands, water, rivers, bridges, you know. What we are advertising is diplomatic passport. But for Tony to face Dominican and tell Dominican he has no idea about, no proof about passport sales. If you look at some of the advertisements that they put on these newspapers and on the internet, They are not only selling economic citizenship, they are selling what they call trade attaché position. And they have them listed in some of those things at 200,000. A trade attaché, as far as I understand, is somebody in diplomatic position. So there you are, agents advertising. Now, the United States, Europe, and the other countries, they do sell passports. And in the Freedom Party, we support the sale of the Citizen by Investment Program. But the condition we put on it is it has to be open and transparent. People need to know on a daily basis, with the technology available, and if you talk to somebody like Thompson Company, anybody who becomes a citizen is going into their account, so we can monitor it. But no, that doesn't happen. Just like after Erica, they opened how many accounts? Have we been told how much money was collected? But this is the nature of the beast, and that is why I say to you, Scary must go. And we are, before the end of the day, to give him a list of our signatures, asking him to resign, and to send a clear message to the other members of the Labour Party, that if they involved, they have to resign too. Ladies and gentlemen, there are other speakers after me. I just want to thank you, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Good afternoon, everybody. I cannot hear you. Are you glad that you're here today? A young lady from Fokole, near where I live, she has a song that starts something like this, and I know you know it. My pastor tell me I have a little problem. I have to take out the spirit that's preventing me from making it. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a spirit that is preventing Dominica from making it. We are dealing with a spiritual problem here today. We have a curse over Dominica, and we have to get rid of that curse. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so glad today to see you out here in white, to see you out there standing up for justice, standing up for truth, standing up, speaking to truth to power. You know, they have come out with all kinds of nonsense, all kinds of rubbish, trying to discourage and disparage the good name of the people who are standing up for justice. They say I wanted geothermal, me and my brother. They say that I wanted a house with a gate, there's electric gate. They say this and that. But I want to tell you that I am accustomed of speaking truth to power. And in the United States, I fought to save the lives of drug addicts. And there is a drug addict by the name of Jason LaBey. Look at it on YouTube when you go home. Jason LaBey gave his life for me because the police were hounding him to get him to testify against me. But all I did, ladies and gentlemen, was to save lives in the United States. I am proud of what I did in the United States. I was never found guilty. The charges were dropped because they were trumped up charges, just as those charges here in Dominica are trumped up charges. So I'm not fearing anything, ladies and gentlemen. One of my biggest heroes is a German preacher by the name of Dietrich Bonhoeffer. And Dietrich Bonhoeffer was arrested and executed for fighting the Nazis. Ladies and gentlemen, we have pastors and priests and people in high places who are demon-possessed and have this country under a curse. And I'm here to tell you that we are going to break that curse. We are going to break every chain. And we are going to do it now. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to show some love to every single policeman that is standing here today. We're going to show some love. We are going to go to the Almighty Father, Heavenly Father. I want each of you to reach out and touch someone next to you. I want each of you who have good knees, if you have good knees, I want you to get on your knees right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm serious. Kneel down if the road is not too strong for you. If the pain is not too much for you for Dominica, I want you to kneel down right now. Kneel down, my people. Kneel. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer. Okay? And for those of you who know that prayer, I want you to help me. I need your help. Okay? We have people kneeling down here. Okay? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Ever and ever, amen. Thank you. In closing, I will say, I have a little baby who is 7 months old today. And when I walk with him on my shoulder in town, people say, "Doc, you still firing shots?" I love this baby. So it's not about me and it's not about you. It's about him and it's about our grandchildren, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot give them Dominica that is so messed up and so corrupt as of now. I will close by reminding you of an old country and western spiritual song by Jim Reeves. We all know it. It says, "This place is not my home." Somebody help me. I am just passing through. Heaven is laid up in this place beyond the truth. And for those who think that I'm an American, I want them to know that I'm a Dominica. I have my neighbor's string buried in Dominica. I want you to know that this place is my home. I am not just passing through. I am on a mission with me and you, and we are going to get the job done, Dominica!
Thank you, and now we bring to the microphone Honorable Ezekiel Bassey. Honorable Ezekiel Bassey. Yes, this firebrand from Wesley, and he threatened me a while ago, so I had no choice but to work. He's my friend. He's forgiven me.
Dominicans, save Dominica 21. Save Dominica 21. I'm proud, brothers and sisters, to stand here today in defense of Dominica's democracy. I am proud to stand here, brothers and sisters, as a fighter in the House of Assembly from 2010 to save the Commonwealth of Dominica. And I ask you, if you think I can do it, I would like you to do it too. Are you going to do it, brothers and sisters? I am proud, brothers and sisters, to be associated with the United Workers' Party and all other opposing parties, brothers and sisters, who are going to fight this raging dictator. And I ask you to join your hands, brothers and sisters, all of 21 Dominica, because we must fight this together. I am proud to be associated with a leader, Lennox Linton, who you will hear very soon. I am proud to be associated with him. This man is strong. This man is courageous. This man will not give up until we see change in the Commonwealth of Dominica. Brothers and sisters, why are we here today? Brothers and sisters, we are here today to serve the name of Dominica in the international community. We are here today, adults, to save the future of our children, and we should never stop. We should never stop. We are here today, brothers and sisters, because as a party, as an opposition, every person who do not believe in this government We are prepared to fight for world safety and to fight for world security. We are here, brothers and sisters, to ensure that we secure the pension of the people who are working today. Because if this government continues on the Profits Act, we will not receive a pension. I warn you, Dominicans. I've warned you before, and I'm warning you.
Scared must! Scared must! Scared must! They have to resign one by one in this country. We want them to resign. We are calling on Scared to resign once and for all. We are calling in peace in the Most High name. Resign! We are asking you, resign! I cannot understand where a few of them, through their policies, their action and inaction, are benefiting while we have nothing on our table to eat. I cannot understand why a few of them take our money and get free and we have nothing in our fridge. I cannot understand. I cannot understand why we have to go through this struggle. What we're going to do, we're going to stand up once and for all. Stand up, my people. Rise up for your country. And we know in every movement with people, the people keep asking for their leader. We have different leaders, but I'm asking you to give this. When you have a minister of finance who decides to have his both children out of his country, he's saying he has no hope for this land. When you have a man who is here, all he's doing, he makes an appointment. So rise up, my people, rise up in this country, rise up. Scared must, scared must, scared must, scared must, scared must. Let up, sir, leader, let up, sir. Let up stop! Let up stop! Scared must! Scared must! I'm asking him again, hear me loud and clear, here in Dominica, here on the internet, across the world, we come in peace and love. We are asking you out of love, my brother. We have no malice against you, but you have failed this country, and I'm ending with the chant, scared must! Scared must! Scared must! Scared must! Lennox Rock! Lennox Rock! Scared must! Scared must! My people, we are here to stand up for what is right. The Most High is watching above, watching Dominica. Thank you, my lovely people of Dominica. Thank you. Champion! Champion! I'm telling you, my lovely people, you are going to lose hope. Today is just the beginning. Today is the beginning, the first step to rescue this country out of this economic bondage and corruption. Champion! 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 One more introducing to you the future of Dominica, the Honorable Lennox Lincoln!
Say that Roosevelt Skerrit has disgraced our country enough. He has mismanaged our affairs enough. And it is time for him to go. In response to that, the police have invoked unlawful authority in the attempt to demand that our meeting should start at a certain time and it should end at a certain time. They have no such legal authority. And if we're going to be a rule of law country, then the police must learn to live by the rule of law. And the rule of law in this country says we do not need permission to have a meeting, a public meeting. Edison James read the Constitution to you earlier. He read the specific law. And yet over the past 15 or so minutes, I have seen police officers looking at their watches as though the time has come now, or it's about to come for us to leave. This meeting will finish when it is finished. Because this is the Commonwealth of Dominica. It is not the Commonwealth of Roosevelt Skerrit. It is not the Commonwealth of Daniel Carbon. And
Daniel Carbon can decide what he wants to do in his professional life. The police of Dominica can decide what they want to do in their professional lives. Whether they want to stand for Montferrat or whether they want to stand for us, the people of Dominica. Montferrat is in jail in Iran, awaiting trial for his role, his alleged role in the embezzlement of billions of dollars from the state of Iran. And that is who the police has come here today to support, because the government earlier harbored him as a fugitive from justice. And the people of Dominica who have come here today, who have interfered with nobody, who have just come about our peaceful business of saying a corrupt prime minister must resign. The police is standing ready. They are all around in battle fatigue. They have their guns, ready to do what? You want to shoot people for standing up? You want to shoot people for exercising their right to dissent? It's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. It is absolutely not going to happen. And this meeting will finish when the meeting is finished. I mean, we don't need permission from the police to have a meeting. But the police is illegally dictating that we must start now and stop now. We can go up to 11 o'clock tonight if we want, because we don't want to offend the Noise Abatement Act. And we can stop at 3 o'clock if we want. And we can start again at 4 o'clock, or we can start at 3:30. We can do what we want. We are the people of Dominica, and the power in people is greater than the people in power. You don't work for yourself, Daniel Carbon. You don't work for yourself, police officers. You work for the people of Dominica, and that is us. We are your employees, and you're going to listen to us this afternoon. You're going to listen to us this afternoon. Because we have a right to dissent in this country. We have a right to come in the streets and to hold our placards up and to shout and to chant. Let's chant now. Let's shout and we chant. Skerrit must go. Let's go. Let's go. Louder. 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 I can't hear you. I cannot hear you. And Skerrit must go. And Skerrit must go. And Skerrit must go. Because of the severe crisis of confidence into which our Dominica has been plunged by his actions and his associations with international racketeers, with money launderers, with fugitives from justice, who pose continuing threats to global peace and security. Right now as we speak, the Royal Bank of Canada on Bayfront has closed down the government's passport account. The only reason it could do that is because that international bank is worried that the government of Dominica is connected to money laundering. The government of Dominica is involving itself with moving the proceeds of crime. The government of Dominica is involved in maybe activities that are about the financing of terrorism. Daniel Carbon should be arresting Roosevelt Skerrit today to find out what is happening with all this criminality going on in Dominica, and he's coming to peaceful people in Dominica to harass us. He's coming to peaceful people to harass us. Montferrat lived at Mont Daniel. Nobody interfered with him. They came to my house to search. But Montferrat was here, a big international criminal, and no police officer was interested in Montferrat. Were you all interested in Montferrat? Anybody there was interested in Montferrat? Anyone of y'all? But you all interested in stopping a meeting at 3 o'clock this afternoon? In Dominica? In our Dominica? Okay. Okay.
This is a man. This is a man. Maguesa. 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 Okay, Skerrit must go now. Skerrit must go. Skerrit must go. Skerrit must go. And Skerrit must go. Because since 2004, this man has presided over a corrupt economic solution program that has compromised the global security architecture against money laundering and the financing of terrorism. That is why the bank is now closing down their accounts. Additionally, Skerrit has persisted. No matter how much we tell him to stop, he has persisted with the practice of selling diplomatic passports and selling diplomatic immunity under the table to a whole band of international rogues, vagabonds, many of whom have been arrested for international crimes while holding Dominica passports. You cannot have a man like that running your country. Because you raise your children telling them don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal. We want to build a society on honesty. And you have a man in the highest position in the country at the level of chief executive officer supporting lying, supporting cheating, supporting stealing, supporting criminality around the world that is endangering global security. He has to go. He has to go. We have had enough of his rogue diplomats like Lak Seng awaiting trial in the United States for bribery and money laundering. We have had enough of his gambling mogul Francesco Corallo awaiting trial in Italy for bribery, fraud and money laundering. We have had enough of the former Nigerian oil minister Diezani Alison McGuinness. He was arrested, he's now under investigation in connection with a multi-billion-dollar corruption scandal in Nigeria. We are tired of Dominica's ambassador to UNESCO and Monaco, Eric Toner, one who is on the run from Interpol. And we are tired of Monfared. On behalf of all the laborites of this country dressed in red, we are tired of Monfared. Because the situation regarding this gentleman is especially disturbing to us. He is the holder of a Dominica diplomatic passport, DP 0000426, issued on the 13th of March 2015. When Skerrit hand-delivered that passport to Monfared in Malaysia, a few weeks after it was issued, Skerrit knew or ought to have known that Monfared was accused of participation in Iran's violation of United Nations sanctions and United States sanctions from his oil trading base in Malaysia. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs told us that Monfared's diplomatic passport was cancelled on January 20th, 2016. If you issued it in March of 2015, why the hell are you cancelling it less than a year later in 2016? They said now it is because at that point they discovered that he was a person of interest. Of interest to whom? They do not say. Was he of interest to Iran? No answer. Was he of interest to the United States? No answer. What was he of interest for and who was he of interest to? No answer. But as an accessory after the fact, and the police will know this term, knowing that he was wanted, and they say he was wanted by Iran, because Iran arranged through Interpol to have him picked up in the Dominican Republic and returned to Tehran for trial. Mr. Skerrit's friend. Knowing that he was wanted to face trial for the alleged theft of billions of dollars from the sanctions busting scheme, Monfared was harbored by this government of Skerrit. He was aided and abetted by the government of Skerrit. to spend approximately 6 months in Dominica as my neighbor in Montana. We are also concerned about the Dominica Ships Registry operating under the watch of Roosevelt Skerrit from Athens in Greece. Remember, he was in Greece recently? He went to look at the records of ship registry. That's what he went there for. He couldn't tell us what the business. He said he went on business, but he can't tell us what the business was. And that ship registry business appeared to have been an active participant in the nefarious efforts to evade and undermine the international sanctions regime on Iran adopted by the United Nations Security Council. So you have now a government of a member country of the United Nations involved with others who are plotting to evade United Nations sanctions. These evasion efforts, of which Mr. Skerrit should have been aware, were led by Monfared and his co-conspirators. Reza Zarab is now awaiting trial in the United States, and Babak Zanjani has already been tried, and he has been sentenced to death in Iran for the theft of uranium. These are Mr. Skerrit's friends, Monfared and company. And we say today, as we call for the resignation of this man, that in addition to his reckless management of our economic solution program, his actions as the head of government of a member state of the United Nations have been dismissive of the international sanctions regime on Iran, and it amounts to an inexcusably, reprehensible and dangerous threat to international peace and international security. This man, whose resignation we demand today, has engaged himself in what has become a settled practice of granting diplomatic status to persons engaged in criminal activity, especially diplomatic cover provided in circumstances like those of the accused Iran sanctions buster Monfared. And that behavior by a head of government in Dominica is threatening to have the cabinet of Dominica, and I speak to them this afternoon, all of you who are piously standing up and talking absolute garbage about citizenship money and passport money, doing this and doing that, and pretending as though you don't know what the line that is drawn between wrong and right is. Open your eyes. Search your conscience. Save your soul. Don't sell it for a mess of pottage. Don't sell it for a few pieces of silver. Because right now, with your collusion with Roosevelt Skerrit and your refusal to speak out against the wrongs you know he is doing, you are threatening to have the cabinet of Dominica labeled as a criminal enterprise within the meaning of the conspiracy and racketeering provisions of United States law. Such a designation, you know, will be very devastating for Dominica, our vital interest, our social and economic interest, and therefore that makes Mr. Skerrit's position as Prime Minister untenable. We are already heading for a major economic meltdown. This government has done nothing to grow the economy. This government has done nothing to grow jobs for the young people of this country. This government is watching an economic collapse taking place while other countries in the Caribbean are rising, like St. Kitts, like Antigua, like St. Lucia. So much more economic advancement opportunities available in those countries. But the lying, thieving bastards in this government continue to tell you how well Dominica is doing, when from what you know of happening in other countries, Dominica is catching hell. But they, the ministers of government, are better off than any other set of ministers in CARICOM, because they alone know what they're doing with the passport money. They alone know what they're doing with the diplomatic money under the table. It is time for this man to go. ago because of his appalling failure to get the fundamentals of our economic growth in Dominica right, and because of his refusal to steer the country away, notwithstanding the numerous warnings he has received from wholesale dependence on uncertain economic citizenship revenues. Ladies and gentlemen, we assemble here this afternoon because Dominica needs to be clear that we cannot continue down that road. We have to change course, and for God and for country, we have to change course now. That is why the people say in Kennedy Avenue this afternoon, Skerrit must go. Skerrit must go. I'm not hearing you. I need to hear you louder. He needs to hear you in the financial center. The people on the top of the financial center must hear you. We, the members of the opposition, are stewards of the Constitution, our supreme law. We are sworn to serve the public interest without fear and without favor. That is exactly what those on the government side are required to do as well. And if they value that oath that they took, if it means anything to them, they will take themselves out of the Roosevelt-Skerrit cabinet immediately. We are duty bound with what we come to Kennedy Avenue with this afternoon. A bid to bring all hands on deck, to bring all hearts, all minds, will free up the national leadership responsibility from the compromising influence of Mr. Skerrit's incorrigible connection to accused international criminals and his willingness to facilitate their efforts to circumvent the provisions of international law. We cannot be a rogue country operating in the civilized world, where we have a responsibility in the advancement of global civilization. We have a responsibility to push for peace, to push for well-being and progress in the family of nations, not to support criminality that endangers the global community. And that is exactly what the government has come to. That is exactly why we are insisting, and we insist today, we'll insist tomorrow, and we'll insist in the coming weeks until he steps down, that Roosevelt-Skerrit must go. Again, Skerrit must go. Why are you talking so soft? Thank you very much. No country anywhere in the world can have economic and social advancement success under such a dark cloud of tainted, self-centered leadership that is hostile to truth, that is hostile to righteousness, and hostile to justice. We ask Mr. Skerrit this afternoon, as peacefully as we have come here, let Dominica go. Resign now, and let our supreme law in Dominica take its course for the good, just, and honest governance of our beloved country. I don't know when he will resign, if he will resign. I only know we want him to resign, and that is our demand. And we reserve the right, as the patriots of this blessed land, to protest for our rights. Because we have the right to stand for what is right in Dominica. And the police is urged this afternoon, please, forever on the throne. Yet that scaffold sways the future. And behind the dim unknown standeth God within the shadows, keeping watch above his own. You are God's own. He keeps watch above you in the shadows. And what you want for your Dominica, you will achieve it. It may take some time. It may take a little time. But what you want for Dominica, Dominica will happen. And it will happen sooner rather than later. Has everybody signed the petition? Has everybody signed the petition? Well, we are going to sign the petition because that's one of the important reasons we came here today. We want signatures to go to Mr. Skerritt, thousands of signatures to go to Mr. Skerritt, to let him know that this matter of his resignation is not about a few people in the parliament who are pursuing their responsibility. It's about the people of Dominica, especially those of you representing your families here this afternoon who have made it to the center of town today to stand for what is right. What is the confusion about? What is the confusion about? What is the confusion about? The police. You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? There is no disturbance. There is no threat to anybody. Security. They only want the power to be able to grandstand to tell us, you are our little children, go home now. You are our little children, go home now. But what is that from him, Dominic, at all, man? You see the nonsense we're talking about? You see the nonsense we're talking about? A peaceful meeting is taking place for which no police permission is required. And they are trying to come to tell you now, little children, now it's time to go home. Who are they disturbing? What's the problem? There's no problem. They are creating a problem right now by trying to treat you like little children. And that's exactly what we're talking about. We are going to finish our meeting. We are going to finish our meeting. And just as we came in peace, when we have finished our meeting, we will go in peace. Just as we came in peace, we will go in peace. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, they probably want to hear you now. They probably want to hear you now.
We fighting for our country, and we taking our country, and we staying right here.
Nobody can tell us we are right. We are fighting this dictator. He's a wicked, cruel murderer. We shall not be moved.
We shall not be moved. We are not going forward. We are not going nowhere. We shall not. Yes,
what they are doing is illegal. We are peaceful. Let us remain peaceful. Thank you.
Yes.
Tell Kerry to come himself and leave us, Mr. Officer.
After Scary go, we will go, but not tonight.
Yes, Dominica. I want to say. Yes, Dominica. Hey, brothers, thank you for stopping a while. Let us listen. I would like to ask right here, is this meeting belong to one particular party or it belong to everybody? It is all of us.
Okay. One of the things I want to say to everybody, it is no secret what God can do when He done for others, He'll do for you. With arms wide open, He'll cover you. It is no secret what God. We are standing for our country. We are standing for our rights. We are standing for our future, our children and our children's children. Stand up, Dominico.
I just want to say how Roosevelt Skerrit accommodate his own business, change a bus stop to accommodate his white business, change him a home as bus stop to accommodate his white business. So tell Roosevelt Skerrit, Dominica was not his. He doesn't even know his father.
We'll be back. One more speaker and then we'll stop.
Righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach to the people.
How come when Lincoln had the meeting and how come police don't stop Lincoln and when he's never party, they never stop them? Why not?
Okay, one more. Watch, I don't understand why you need one more. Dominicans, if we have to compromise this meeting, we will be compromising the security of our country. We must send a message loud and clear. It must be a peaceful meeting, but everybody must allow to make their point. And I call on the every support of the United Workers' Party, standing at the back, come forward and show solidarity with the cause. Dominicans, once again, a compromise of this meeting will be compromising the security because our passport is on the line and we don't know what to expect in the future out there. So I'm calling on Dominicans, support a peaceful meeting, no violence, and we'll continue. Yeah, I just want to clarify when I said one more speaker, doesn't mean one more person going to speak. But we're going to be coming in and out. Right now, the mic need to go back to leadership and then we'll come back to you. No, keep them going? Okay, let's keep them going. Let's go. 1 minute.
Okay, before we go back to the crowd, let us join together and sing this song. It's a song that has been sung by liberations all over the world. We shall overcome. Let's sing this song together, people of Dominica. If you're listening by radio, looking at the show live, join us in singing this song. Let's go. We shall overcome. We shall overcome.
What did he say to me?
talk to everybody here today, but I want a moment of silence, please. A moment of silence, please. We all can have a little more time than we have. Yeah. Hey, 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 hello. I respect that. I respect that. A moment of silence, please. Let's hear your people. That mentality, that is why I'm standing here today. Because I have so much fear to stand here today. And I let him fear be my fuel. I'm proud of everybody who came here today. We're a democratic country. And in a democratic country, we have a prime minister and we have a opposition. So we have a right to yes, so what you guys do, right? We have a right to protest. What you guys are doing here is brilliant and perfect. Yes? I want to tell us, beyond what we're doing here today, let us come together as a people. Let us come together as flesh and blood. Let us stop living with each other. If I am African, I am Caribbean, I am red, I am blue, whatever religion it is that we are, we are more than that. We are flesh and blood. You understand? All of us is burning. In my country, I see so many things on both sides. I never see one thing. That is just corrupt. All my other cousins, yes. You understand? But I am not in politics. I am in us. Humanity, human beings. Let us love each other. So many talented people here. Let us come together with our resources, our talents together, and come together. You know what I mean? No, I am not into I am not into politics. I am not for a party or against a party. Right now, I'm taking a chance, standing up here. I can get put out at any minute. But what I want to tell us is, love. Love is the answer. Love. Love. And when you love is the only thing that can change. If you want to change somebody you hate, it's to show them love, not to fight against them. Let us come together. Let us put our strength and our resources together. You understand? No fighting, no violence, no. It is 3 o'clock that we have to start. Hey. Listen to me. Everybody, please do not put the mic. Please do not put the mic. Stop at 3 o'clock, and if you want to stay, you can stay. But the convention have to stop. We have to respect. We have to respect what we say. If you want to stay, you can stay. Understand?
It's the rights of the people. Hey, everybody. Hey, listen. Everybody have a right. We're going to maintain that. We're going to maintain everybody has a right. This is from you. All right. Dominica! We are here peaceful. We are here peaceful. We are here peaceful. And I want you to remain peaceful. And do not let people sway you into unnecessary action. But we have to stand for our country. But anytime we give up this meeting, we have compromised this meeting. Brothers and sisters, if we leave here today, we don't send a loud message to scare it. He will take us forward too. Brothers and sisters, our country, brothers and sisters, we do not allow you to take our country away from us, brothers and sisters. I want you, Madwike, Enjilab Singh, Montferred, they have our passport.
country. We have to stand now. And the time to stand is right now. The time to stand is right now. We are not giving up today.
Ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters, pay attention to the petition that is being passed around. Everybody must put their name and their signature to this petition. This is a very important part and agenda item of our meeting today, which has not yet concluded. I would like us to conclude that before we say our goodbyes. In the meantime, we did not come here to stay the entire day. That was never the objective. We came to have a meeting, and we'll have a meeting, and we'll remain here for as long as is necessary to complete the business of our meeting. And the business of our meeting, and when that business is concluded, we will go in peace as we came in peace. We have no intention of interfering with anybody. We have no intention of taking on the police. We have no intention of creating any disorder or disrupting the peace. This, since 11 o'clock this morning, for the last 5 hours and 40 minutes, has been a peaceful engagement. And it is going to remain peaceful, because that is who we are. We are a peaceful, law-abiding citizen. And we ask the police to consider what is the lawful authority under which they are asking us to stop this meeting. If there is no lawful authority, leave us alone. Leave us in peace. Leave us in peace, because you have seen us in peace for the entire day. There is not one single act of violence or intimidation that any police officer can report from this gathering of thousands of people. Leave us alone. Leave us in peace.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Put your peace sign up! Put your peace sign up! Put your peace sign up! And let me go after me. We're going after the count of 3. And all I want you to say is peace! Peace! Okay, let's practice. Let us practice. Okay, after the count of 3, we're going peace! Peace! Okay. 1, 2, 3. Peace! 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 Let me go! Jump! 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 Right, peace! 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 Ladies and gentlemen, what's your hand around this? Like this! Like this! Like this! Like this! Like this! Like this! We have in peace! We have in peace! We have in peace! We pray! We have in peace! Everybody, wait up! Wait up, wait up! Peace, 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 peace! Okay, ladies and gentlemen, music. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are asking a very serious question, and that is the resignation. That is the resignation of the Prime Minister. We have to have reasons for saying that. What for? We have to have the reasons for saying so. There are serious allegations for the sale of our passport. 1. 2. They say that there are agents. They said that there are agents. The voice is going. And then there are other reasons for his resignation. Electoral reform. Yes, sir. The voice going. The voice going.
Hello, vamos a dire que je suis là. Non, vamos dire ça. C'est Rick Camet de Saïné. Nous n'avons pas Saïné. Nous n'avons pas débat sinon. Nous avons proteste, manière nous supposés. Pas que des personnes fassent au paix. La vie là que ça, nous pas ça qui des gens au pied. Because no one on boat, nous va couler. No one on play, nous va nager. So nous va nous dire des personnes fassent au paix. No weapon. Nous avons s'acheter avec une toute qualité manière pour voir un chien. C'est lui qui a le chien, nous avons un chien. Nous disons que nous avons right through, all the way, et nous avons toute manière nous les. Because nous avons ça il est comme nous devons faire ça nous les comme toute manière. Mais nous avons fait une manière respectable. Et nous avons tout bien, et c'est à nous aller.
Friends, Dominicans, countrymen, lend me your ears. We're here today for a cause and we will not be intimidated. I have listened for a long time. I have heard and I have paid attention. And if my kids know what is going on, then I do. This has to stop. This has to stop. And I'm calling on our police officers who are here protecting us. We love you. We love that you're here protecting us. But you need to understand that governments come and governments go. And when they're gone, you have to work. You have to feed your family. So you ought to be here protecting the Dominican people, not a regime. Not a regime. Dominica, you have to pay attention. This is our land. This is where we belong. None of us bought a passport to come here. How could you rise up every living day, telling yourself everything is okay, but when you look at life, it's all slipping away. There are those who cry every moment, every day. Those who cry get neglected, rejected, put to death. How much more are we going to take? How much more? How much more? How much more? Skerrit must go. Skerrit must go. Skerrit must go. Mr. Skerrit! We the young people and Dominicans are sick, tired and fed up. And we think it's about time you, your government, pick up Alex Bodlake and Teacher Sabrek and left the regular man. Because we can take it again. Take it again. We in Dominica, we are feeling the pain. We can take it again. Take it again. We are the ones that are going insane. We can take it again. Take it again. We in Dominica, we are feeling the pain. We can take it again. Take it again. We are the ones that are losing it. I am tired of this political mess. We can't take the labor and the scary stress in the youthful people not invest. You just turn and twist and just come off promise. Everything you have it at the best. Why the people in this country have less and less. And you act surprised when they go west. You throw them in, you sell and knock them up. So we can take it. Say with me. Take it again. Take it again. We in Dominica, we are feeling the pain. We can take it again. Take it again. We are the ones that are going insane. Dominica, this is your country. Rise up. This is not about workers. This is not about colors. This is about Dominica. If you're Dominican, you can raise your hand, make some noise. Make some noise. I love you.
Let's stand up for Dominica.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Dominicans, we are here today, ladies and gentlemen, because Roosevelt Skerrit, the Prime Minister of this country, has been found wanting. Because Roosevelt Skerrit, because of selfishness and greed, has failed to understand that corruption is the use of public office for private gains. Ladies and gentlemen, corruption is the use of public office for private gain. And what did Roosevelt Skerrit did? He sold our passport and returned $400,000 came to the coffers of the Dominica Labour Party. Ladies and gentlemen, opinion has found Roosevelt Skerrit guilty. And it's time for him to go, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for him to go. It is time for Roosevelt Skerrit to move away, ladies and gentlemen. I want to make you know that those who fought for the freedom of the people of Central America from Spanish colonialism did not fight 1 and 2 days. This is a struggle that will take us maybe days, weeks, months. But we have to be steadfast, ladies and gentlemen, and get rid of this criminal enterprise. They have destroyed all the economic sectors of growth in this country, and they use our passport to give a handout, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot move a country on handouts, ladies and gentlemen. That is why, ladies and gentlemen, we need to ask Roosevelt Skerrit, Mr. Skerrit, if Devon Nassif, one of the most powerful ministers in your government, the former tourism minister, told us that Hugo Chavez loved you and give you plenty money. Those crooks and criminals from Iran that you gave the diplomatic passport are willing to conclude they love you and give you plenty money. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the use of public office of a diplomatic passport for money. So I said to you today, when we call you out again, you have to continue. You have to be visionary thinkers. Do what you have to do privately, publicly, to ensure that you put the necessary pressure on this enterprise so that they can get out of this government, of this country, ladies and gentlemen. So I said to you, ladies and gentlemen, we must continue to call for the removal of Roosevelt Skerrit. Skerrit must go. Skerrit must go. Skerrit must go. Skerrit must go.
Resignation and international investigation is what we want. Resignation and international investigation is what we want. We're calling for international investigation.
Good day, brothers and sisters. 16 years ago, I can remember being on this other street celebrating the victory of the Labour Party under Rosie Douglas. 16 years ago, as a spokesman on the victory of the Labour Party, 16 years later, I am here denouncing Roosevelt Skerrit for his criminal actions against the people of this country. And we are saying today is a historic day in the history of Dominica, where so many thousands of people are here, in fact, addressing the issue of Roosevelt Skerrit criminal activities. I have been observing just a while ago, I have observed that the police, the chief of police, received a call. That call came from the financial center. And he came, the police came here, trying to intimidate us. Skerrit, because he's up there observing us right now. But you know his days are numbered. Roosevelt Skerrit days are numbered. And Roosevelt Skerrit, it's time to go. Brothers and sisters, we won't be intimidated. Continue all the brothers and sisters, all the Hispanic people in this community, vamos a luchar, la lucha continúa, the struggle continues, and we are going to continue the protest until we are satisfied that Roosevelt Skerrit has gotten the message. Brothers and sisters, no retreat, no surrender. Thank you so much.
about our part now. The police is in consultation with the leader of the opposition. We are saying to the police that he has played their part, the politician has played their part. Right about now, this is a people's movement now. This is our time now. The moment is now. Our time is now. Dominica is now. We are restoring and taking back Dominica now. Forever, backward, never. Our time. People, if you want to talk, come and talk. This is the moment. We have a house here with some people. We would like the people here to make the objective.
Back two time.
The Prime Minister. This is what we're here for. So please, people, cooperate, sign the document so that when we close off today, we have this mission complete. Yes. You want to shout you?
All we are saying is give peace a chance. Let me hear you all. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Together, all we are saying is give peace a chance. No war, one love. No war! One love! Ladies and gentlemen, no war!
Let me call a problem over there, man.
Yeah, please. We would like the people with the petition document to come here so but closer to the people so that we can have the people sign in order that we can fulfill the mission that we come up with this document.
Dominicans, listen up for a minute. We are within the laws of Dominica. We are lawful citizens of Dominica. We have a right to protest. We have a right to be in meetings. So we're not going nowhere. We're staying right here. Let's make that very clear. We're not going nowhere. We're staying right here.
Everyone is asking for peace, but no one is asking for equal rights and justice. Jacob Kiramina.
Ladies and gentlemen, this petition has been going around. It's important that everybody signs it before we leave. Let me just remind you, it's saying here. Whereas Dominica has been plunged into a severe crisis of confidence by the actions and associations of Roosevelt Skerrit with international racketeers, money launderers, and fugitives from justice who pose continuing threats to global peace and security. And whereas since 2004, Mrs. Skerrit has presided over a corrupt economic solution program that has compromised the global security architecture against money laundering and the financing of terrorism. And whereas Mrs. Skerrit has persisted with the practice of selling diplomatic passports and diplomatic immunity under the table to a band of international rogues and vagabonds, many of whom have been arrested for international crimes while holding Dominican passports. And whereas Dominica is heading for a major economic collapse and record levels of poverty and dependency because of Mr. Skerrit's appalling failure to get the fundamentals of economic growth right and his refusal to steer the country away from wholesale certain economic solution revenues.
You can't be saying
Whereas
something
no
like that.
country
What do you have to
can achieve economic and social advancement success under such a dark cloud of tainted, self-centered leadership, hostile to truth, righteousness and justice. We the people, assembled today, February 7th, 2017, Upper Kennedy Avenue, Roseau, demand the immediate resignation of Roosevelt Skerrit as Prime Minister of the Government of Dominica. We have a number of signatures already. Please avail yourself the opportunity to sign this document. There are ladies walking around the crowd. Let's do this as quickly as possible because it's an important aspect of our meeting that has to be concluded. Thank you.
We have tourism, we have industries, and now we are selling passports in Dominica to survive. We just want to do a fact, in fact, it's a program. So how are we going to leave industries and run a country by your own car? You can build your own house. You understand what I'm saying? And you can pay your passage for you to travel. Well, how did we come to a point where our parents have to depend on the government to send their children to school? In the time before, we never called on the government to send our children to school. Now, Skerrit has taken over it and he controls you. You understand what I'm saying? So now when the government pays the school for your children cannot get an education, and we said that must come to a stop in that leader. You understand what I'm saying? So now you got to rise up and tell Skerrit to stay down. We cannot take this no more. Nobody run a country like that.
This thing confusing my brain. Skerrit goes and brag. He get plans to build highway in Dominica. All the opposition says right. Skerrit is the school. The evil mother Chinese man to prove the school. Our election come and go. And Skerrit have the cure. Skerrit telling us we have to pay. And when I inherit my country, everybody have to pay. I am not telling lies. I have to pay the price. That is why I am singing for my rights.
Dominica, we say we'll come in peace. We say we'll come in peace. Give yourself a round of applause for a peaceful public meeting. Well, we said what we were going to do. We were going to send a signal to the administration that we want the Prime Minister to resign. That was our first objective. Our second objective was we want Dominicans here who are present and will spread it around to sign a petition for the resignation of the Prime Minister. We are starting to achieve it because people are signing. We're going to send it around. We are asking every end all the talking. And we end the meeting formally. Formally, we end the meeting. You understand? Because listen to me well. The police here, we have policemen here who are just doing their job. We are not here for anything that's not peaceful. We are all Dominican. So, sign the petition and the leader, while we discuss within the party, we will say what the next move is. You understand? So let's go. Let's end by saying, Skerrit must! Skerrit must! Skerrit must! Skerrit must!
Thank you very much, Joseph Isaac. Let me make one thing very clear. When I spoke earlier this afternoon, I pointed everybody's attention to the financial center and to the fact that the financial center is not on the front. I also want to point your attention to the fact that nobody in this large gathering has been approached or has been hassled or has been intimidated by the police. And that tells us that today, notwithstanding the difference of opinion we may have come into this meeting with, we are leaving with a different understanding. And I think we have police officers who are here today who understand that we understand our rights to peaceful protest and who understand that it is unlawful for them. That's a different matter. If you want to come here tomorrow morning, then you are free to come here tomorrow morning. If you want to do this every day until Mr. Scarritt resigns, then that's what the people want. Well, come on. Let's get reasonable. Let's get reasonable. This happens, this kind of thing happens all around the world. In Romania right now, the people are in the streets fighting for the government to step down. It doesn't happen with one meeting like this. It happens with sustained pressure over time. I know a lot of you all are instant people, but that's when we decide we want to have it. Today, our meeting, well, yeah, you're right, my brother. You're right. It's not me. But as one of you, I have a responsibility to advise you. You may choose to take my advice, or you may choose to ignore it. But my advice to you is that we've been here since 11 o'clock. We will complete the business of the meeting with the signing of the petition in a while. And then we will go in peace as we came in peace. Those in favor? Those in favor? I'm not hearing something. You're playing tricks with me now. Okay, all right. It seems like though some people want to sleep here tonight. And the purpose of that would be what? When you sleep here tonight, for what purpose? You want to sleep on the road? Oh, okay. Yeah, well, sleep on the side of the road. All right, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, our business will conclude momentarily with the conclusion of the signing of the petition, and then in the very peaceful way that we came and the very peaceful way that we stayed, we will go our separate ways in peace. You see, Mr. Scarritt came in peace in 2014, and in 2017 we are asking him to go in peace. Go your way in peace, sir. And that is the message of our meeting. Non-violent, peaceful action to demand what we want.
Accusing you of being a labor right. Something I wanted to say quickly. Why did Roosevelt Scarritt and this criminal enterprise evaded the U.S. intelligence, not having them nabbed Monfared? Isn't he an Iranian intelligence, Mr. Linton? So what would the U.S. would have extracted from him? Why did they allow him to evade the U.S. intelligence, step from the Dominican Republic to Cuba, to Iran? What of Moscow, from Cuba to Moscow to Iran? So Roosevelt Scarritt, that honorable criminal, is aiding and abetting in evading the international community where security is concerned. I listened to Mr. Lincoln talking about some global anything, and they were making fun of him. But little do they know, we are living in a very small world, and there has to be collaboration. And don't worry, these honorable criminals, they're honored.
Yes, I want to say something. All right, it's the people's right to protest. One of the things we have to say is we came in here with a sound system, we came in here with some people, and we were authorized to do that based on our rights. It's the law. What we are saying, the people have the right, if they want to assemble here without any sound system in numbers to do their protest. But as from now on, what we have is we would like to have the signatures on the document so we can send the message. Because this is not the law.
Ladies and gentlemen, the question from Blessings a while ago It's a very interesting question, and I will close with an answer to that question. Ali Reza Monfared is an Iranian national who was hanging out in Malaysia. He bought a Dominican passport under the agency of Alec Lawrence in 2014. And then in 2015, he was given a diplomatic passport by Rufus Garrett. A diplomatic passport which was supposed to facilitate him, make it easy for him to help Dominica to get new business overseas. But Monfared told us a pack of lies about businesses that he had started in Dominica that up to now we cannot find. He was involved in a prawn farm, we don't know where it is. He was involved in medical centers, we don't know where it is, where they are. We have not seen them. One was supposed to be on River Street. Another one was supposed to be on Wales Road in Maribor. We never saw them. Of the Citizenship by Investment Unit to move $1.5 million through a bank in Dominica into a gas station account, claiming that the money came from the sale of passports. Hopefully we'll have an answer from Mr. Langton tomorrow morning. But that is exactly the reason why the international banks no longer trust the source of the passport payments. And so they're shutting down the government's account. Monfared liked the house in Mondaniel. So Monfared wanted to move in immediately. They told him, well, you can move in from the 1st of February. He said, no, I want to move in now. So they made hasty arrangements to have him move in on the 23rd of January. Ladies and gentlemen, the 23rd of January was 3 days after the Foreign Affairs Ministry claimed they revoked Mr. Monfared's diplomatic passport. And they revoked his diplomatic passport because they said that he was a person of interest. A person of interest to whom they did not tell us. But we now know it was a person of interest to Iran. So they revoked his diplomatic passport, but they left him with the normal Dominican passport. Now, why would they have done that? They did only one due diligence exercise on Monfared, which cleared him as a fit and proper person to hold Dominican citizenship. But what they were hearing now, back in 2016, January, was something that they claimed they didn't know before. So if you didn't know it at the time, that he got his normal passport, but you know it now, why did you only revoke the diplomatic passport? Why did you keep him as a citizen of Dominica? And why did you harbor him as a fugitive from justice in Iran for 6 months in Dominica until you couldn't hide him anymore? The government needs to answer those questions. And with all due respect to our friends in the police authority, they need to facilitate the government in the answering of those questions by making a few arrests. They must call in some people for questioning. It is not only Zafar Paul Malawi that must be called in for questioning. Those who are attempting to launder money in the banks of Dominica must be called in for questioning too, because it's not just about meeting time and start and finish. That is an offense. Money laundering is an offense. And the government is linked and complicit in money laundering activities worldwide. Where is the arrest of the police?
But you don't make any contribution.
So Monfared stayed in Dominica as a guest of the Skerrit regime. Because if the house was located for him by Nanta, who is the head of the Citizenship and Investment Unit, who visited him regularly with Alec Lawrence, and I understand Mr. Skerrit also visited him as well. Hobnobbing with an international criminal right here in Dominica while they're trying to persecute peaceful, law-abiding citizens like myself. myself. They're sending police officers to my home on charges that they concocted. And when it was found that it was Astafan who was responsible, Skerrit said he gave Astafan the authorization to leak this confidential IP information. And that is why, for all of the associations with international criminals like Monfared, and for the shaming and disgracing of Dominica's name, we are signing a petition this afternoon that will go to Roosevelt Skerrit. Because we believe that in the matter of Monfared, the government allowed him to leave and go to hide somewhere else when they knew Interpol wanted him. When the Cuban authorities had already communicated to the government the Iranians' interest in Monfared. And so, until we hear about some arrest, in the Monfared matter, we reserve the right to call on our police to make some arrests of individuals here in Dominica who know about Monfared and what he was up to, and to help the authorities in the United States in what I hear is the ongoing investigation.
Thank you very much, leader. I spoke earlier and I asked Nannington a question. Now, I want to compliment the police because I believe they did very well too. They have noticed that the crowd is a peaceful one and they refuse to get involved in making it a non-peaceful one. But I also call on the region, and I want to call on the region again, because Nannington is a very important person in this matter of citizenship by investment. He is the general manager or something like that of the Citizenship by Investment Office. I want to say, Nannington is also the Vice President of the West Indies Cricket Board of Control. I want to say, there's a lady who is also holding a very prominent position in the West Indies Cricket Board of Control. I want to remind us of FIFA. FIFA is a bigger organization than the West Indies Cricket Board of Control. You see how corruption almost brought down FIFA. West Indies Board of Control, I want you to take notice, because I understand that this lady, who is now holding a very senior position in West Indies Board of Control, she is also involved in the Citizens by Investment Program of Dominica. I want the West Indies Cricket Board, I want the region who love our cricket, and all of us have to protect our cricket, to pay attention to that relationship. Nannington, General Manager CDA. Nannington, Vice President, West Indies Cricket Board. The lady, they would like to try to get in trouble. I'm not forced in anything. They force not man people, I'm not forced in anything. So I understand this lady who holds a prominent position in West Indies Cricket Board of Control. She's also involved as an agent in the passport. So you understand what I'm saying? Let West Indies Cricket Board of Control pay attention, and the media who is here, the media listening to us, must pay attention to our West Indies Cricket Board and the impact. The police watching me, you want to listen.
Let me help the Honorable Ellison James. Because the name of the lady that he's talking about is Vernon Foster. She's an attorney at law, and she runs a citizenship by investment agency. She's an agent for citizenship by investment in Dominica. In other words, she's selling passports, and she's also been recently appointed as the Chief Operating Officer of the West Indies Cricket Board of Control. She's also the corporate secretary. So she wields great influence in West Indies cricket. But she's a seller of Dominican passports. And the question I have this afternoon for Mr. Nanton, do you have an interest in the passport company operated by Verlin Foston? And Mr. Skerritt, do you have an interest in the passport company operated by Verlin Skerritt, the chief Verlin Foston, the chief executive officer of the West Indies Cricket, the chief operating officer of the West Indies Cricket Board of Control. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the meeting. We have come to the end of the meeting. That's the end of the meeting. Finish up. We have come to the end of the meeting. I want to thank you for coming here. I want to thank you for the patriotic fervor and spirit that you showed today. And I want to thank you for the cooperation you showed with the law enforcement authorities, law enforcement officers who came here. I want to thank them for understanding our position. I want to thank them for respecting our rights to assemble in peace, to come to this location in peace, and to leave in peace. We will have a lot more of these kinds of activities. I thank our partners, members of the Dominica Freedom Party who shared this platform with us, all of the patriots across Dominica who came and made their voices heard. I want to thank our partners in the diaspora, especially Dominicans in Defense of Democracy, 3D, and the We Are Dominica group, all of our brothers and sisters around the world who contributed their monies to ensure that a number of you present here today with us were able to make your way from your locations across Dominica to this meeting. With all that is happening, there is nothing preventing the patriots of Dominica from organizing themselves and from deciding when they come to picket the financial center for the resignation of Roosevelt Skerritt, because in these large numbers we have officially called for his resignation today. And as the patriots of this land, as the people in whom the power lies, and today you know and you saw that the power in people is greater than the people in power. That does not change, that goes on. And so, stay tuned for our next mass gathering like this. In between now and then, you are free to decide where you're going to raise your placard, where you're going to stand, where you're going to demand the resignation of this Prime Minister. That is up to you. But we are doing our best to provide honest, responsible leadership for this people's movement. And it's important that we behave responsibly at all times. Again, I want to thank you for coming here today. I want to thank you for your restraint. I want to thank you for the orderly way in which you conducted yourself and the peace that passeth all understanding. Lord of the nations, thus to thee, our country we commend. Be thou her refuge and her trust, her everlasting friend. Finally this afternoon, the people say, Skerritt.
All right, as we close, we say to the police that cooperated with the people of Dominica, thank you. Big up to all the policemen on duty at this time, those in office and those who are here on the ground. And the chants that we are going to call for assistance is